What a game this could be as two Super League heavyweights meet here at the KC. It could even be poetry. I'm George Riley. This is Touchline. Yes, hello again and welcome to Super League Touchline, and welcome as well to Hull, where on Sunday we could have one of the games of the Super League season so far. Fingers crossed, two form teams and two of the top four as well. We'll build up to that this week, and there's this lot. Steph Elmore goes to prison with Steve Prescott. We put your questions to Jamie Langley in Tweetline. And it's rarely dull when Wigan meet Hull, all the build-up to the big one. First up though, news time. The RFL and Super League chairman Richard Lewis has announced he is to step down from his post at Redhall. The former tennis pro and Grand Slam coach has opted to move back to London with a role as chief executive of the All England Lawn Tennis Club at Wimbledon. Widnes Vikings have announced that hooker Scott Moore has left the club with immediate effect. The 24-year-old has moved straight across the Pennines back to the Huddersfield Giants, where he previously had enjoyed the best form of his career. Sean Lunt, meanwhile, has moved from Huddersfield to Leeds on loan. Super League man of steel Rangi Chase has been banned for 3 matches following a Grade C challenge against Tanguy Rapati, which saw the Featherstone winger break his jaw in 2 places. He'll be out for 10 to 12 weeks. The incident took place in the Carnegie Challenge Cup 4th round game between the Tigers and Rovers. And Exiles coach Daniel Anderson has named his initial 30-man squad ahead of the 2 international origin fixtures that will take place this summer. The former Saints head coach has named a squad drawn from 11 Super League clubs, which boasts 250 international caps and 30 state of origin appearances within its ranks. Captain Brett Hodgson says the series will be a great spectacle and will give England 2 really tough games. The first of those, 16th of June at Langtree Park, and then at the Gal Farm on July the 4th. And plenty more to come from here in Hull in the build-up to the big game on Sunday. We're going to start though this week in jail. Steph Elmore may not look like your normal inmate, but neither does Steve Prescott. So why are they in prison?
Wouldn't expect to see rugby league players behind bars, but today is the exception here at Leeds Prison, but not at Her Majesty's pleasure. They are here to show their support to prisoners and staff as they take part in a very important physical challenge to raise money for rugby league star Steve Prescott's foundation.
We're sort of supporting Steve Prescott and Paul Schoolthorpe in anticipation of their Paris to London challenge in a couple of weeks' time. We've got 4 teams of 5 people. We're going to be sat on bicycle machines, rowing machines, and running on treadmills for 3 hours.
Well, it's not like being in prison, is it? It's a wreck, isn't it, from bars. It's a different atmosphere down here, you know. It's totally better, isn't it?
You can see that people can work together, can't they? Just because we're from 2 different divides, staff and inmates. You won't know, would you, just by looking. And it's different for me, because I'm usually on the other side of the fence all the time. Because I have been a bad lad, apparently. It's nice. I just think you enjoy it, don't you? You can feel good yourself, can't you?
I feel good about myself. I know that I've helped raise money for somebody that needs it.
I think it makes you feel good. It's good to do something, give something back to someone else. So yeah, it's a good cause.
Well, it's a
support obviously Steve Prescott and what he's doing, and fantastic work he's been doing to raise money. Obviously, I know a guy who coached with me who's a prison guard here, so he asked me to come down and support it, and it's great to see what all the prisoners and the guards are doing to raise money for him.
And what do you make of Stephen Scully's challenge?
Crazy. I think he knows what he's letting himself in for. It's going to be tough, but he's that type of guy. He likes a challenge, really.
It takes some doing. I mean, take me off to him, because to go what they're going to go through in the next couple of weeks is, I'd say, it's nothing short of inspirational. So
I mean, 7 days to do that amount of work. It's a fair effort, and credit to them for doing it.
People deserve second chances in life, and and what a great opportunity for these to get involved and do something for charity in the community. And it's a great feeling that everybody's working together, isn't it? So I'm made up that these have been given the opportunity, and also the prison guards I've got behind myself and my foundation and helped, because I wanted to inspire people, and that's what I'm doing here, and hopefully I'm inspiring these prisoners as well.
Well, a great performance from everyone at Leeds Prison, and on April the 15th it will be over to Steve Prescott and Paul Sculthorpe as they embark on their very own long stretch. But from everyone at Leeds Prison,
good luck, Stephen Scully!
Thank you, Steph. Definitely rather you than me. I wouldn't have thought there'd be luxury quite like this either inside of a prison cell. This is easily one of the comfiest benches I've sat on Touchline this year. No luxury at all for Bradford, albeit there does appear to be some light at the end of the tunnel for the Bulls. We've been to speak to one of their big name players. Jamie Langley fields your questions in Tweetline.
It's hard to pinpoint one really, but I think I'd have to say winning the 2005 Grand Final. I think it's the biggest final that I've played in. I've played in a couple of World Club Challenges and things like that, but to win the Grand Final and get the winners' medal, it was absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure about that actually. I think there's always a bit of a campaign going on Twitter. I think it's who's got biggest biceps, me or Mozza. I'm not too sure, but I reckon pound for pound I must have got him. He's a big man, so I think I'd back my son against him, yeah. I'll sign it for free, but if you want to donate another £10, that'd be absolutely fantastic, yeah. There were a lot of talk about this actually when Pledge came along. I think there were people offering up to 500 quid if they could come and shave my head. I think I put about a reserve of about 5 grand I put a reserve on. Unfortunately nobody stepped up, so it's quite precious to me, my curly locks, and quite proud of them, so I think they'll remain as they are for now. I don't know really. I think I never really got into rugby as a young lad. I think I'm probably about 7 or 8 years old, and it was more through my next door neighbour who were big massive Cass fans, but when I did start playing, I suppose I always used to emulate my dad really. I watched a few videos of him playing for Leeds, and he played in a lot of finals, and I thought I could really make a go of this and do something similar to what he's done. And I suppose as a young lad I always used to look up to my dad in that respect, so I'd have to say that. Yeah, well, thanks for that, and again, we'd like to mirror that and say that the fans have been absolutely fantastic. Have a really strong core group of fans who've stuck by us through thick and thin, and we really do appreciate that as players. On to the other question. Yeah, I'd love to see my career through at Bradford. I'm 28 now. I'd like to think I've got a few years left in me, and I'd love to stay at Bradford and remain here for as long as I can.
Right, let's see some tries. This is where the magic happens, most weeks anyway. Plenty to go at as well over the Easter weekend. Here's top 5. Try number 5 scored by the Wigan Warriors, and quite a few pairs of hands involved as well. George Colmont makes the key break, and it's scored in the corner yet again by Josh Charnley. Try number 4 from the Catalan Dragons. Great work once again by Scott Giroux. What a season he's having. And Setamata Sarr eventually with the finish. Number 3, same game, same result, but it was all about one man. Terrific break from Millard, and look at the pace as well, leaving the Warrington Wolves absolutely for dead. Length of the field, great score. Second best this week, how about this from Headingley? Zach Hardacre seemingly with nowhere to go against the Broncos. He finds a gap, still a couple of covering tackles, but it looks so easy for the big guy. Hardacre under the sticks to score. And no question about the number 1 try. How about this from Hull FC? On the last, inside their own half, keeping the ball alive like St Helens of old. Eventually worked wide. Great pace from Turner, great little step as well, and great vision. Eventually, Ellis works it wide, and Yeeman finds the step and the top try. So 2 teams bang in form, both enjoying a purple patch, 4 wins out of 5. Something has got to give this week, and both teams have been training really hard. Wigan and Hull FC, and Hull have actually also been cooking up a storm to raise over £2.5 grand for charity.
You could never accuse Hull FC of lacking hunger for success, but will tonight people be going hungry as players and coaching staff prepare a 3-course meal for 150 guests from what can only be described as the Devil's Kitchen.
Welcome, Steph.
Thanks, Peter.
Well, I think you've joined us at the most manic part of this. Earlier we was preparing the food. I think that was the easy part. Now we're just, as you see, the chefs behind us, and they're just bringing the food in and the plates, and we've got to plate it all up. And there's a group of coaches and players, 6 of each cooking, and then there's the front of house. And that's their job now. Once we plate it up, they've got to take it out and put on a good show, and hopefully we'll get enough points to win.
Yeah, I thought we did pretty well, and it wasn't as hard as what I expected, to be fair, so I think we've done well, and hopefully we'll win it.
Any complaints tonight?
Not from our team, I don't think, no, or anyone out there, not that we know of anyway. So.
How was it being against the coaching staff?
Pretty good, really. You know, we didn't really think about them because obviously they're over there and we've got our bit to do, so we're too busy to worry about them.
So who was shining in your team?
Obviously Sammy. He's there with his hat on, so Sammy's been running show today, so I've been listening to him as well.
Yeah, we're doing it tough at the minute. We've got quite a few injuries, but I think the young guys that have come in have really stepped up, and I think the first 40 minutes at the weekend were shown getting ourselves in front. We just needed the edge kind of thing to push on and get the win in the last 40, which unfortunately we didn't do. But we've learnt from that, and like Peter said, all the young lads are getting that experience, and I think that'll be great going into this week, going to Wigan, for Wigan coming to us. It's going to be another tough game, we know that, but we've got a week now to clear that out of our minds and prepare for this game.
Yeah, it's going to be good. You know, we've got a few injuries at the moment, and there'll be a few lads going to play, so they'll be looking forward to it. There'll be a lot of enthusiasm to the team, and we've got confidence in our squad. We can put a good performance in.
Hull have had a good start to the year, probably one of the best starts for a long time. But they got a lesson last week against Huddersfield, so they'll be looking to bounce back this week with a win against us. But we'll be looking to go there confident. We've got a healthy squad, confident squad who've won the recent games. So with no reason we shouldn't be confident going to the KC.
They've been going really well. They're well coached. They've got some great attacking threats. A couple of great halves in Arn and Seymour and Danny Horton. So we need to be at our best defensively. I've watched quite a few of their games, and you know there's ways of exploiting how they defend, but it's about doing that on match day. So we need to work out on that in training today and see how it goes at weekend.
It's a tough place to go, the KC. The fans are as loud as any, and we always travel well there, so the atmosphere should be great. And you know we're looking to go and do a job there,
yeah. Yeah, it's always massive against Wigan. You know they're right near the top, so it's always going to be a tough physical challenge for us, and you know one we relish.
Is it better it's at your own stadium now?
Yeah, it's always good to play at home. You know, it's always good to play at KC. So you know, no matter where we are on a park or at KC, you know we've got to put a good performance and improve on last week.
They are definitely up for this one, Wigan and Hull FC, as you would expect. I am as well. This place will be buzzing. Should be a terrific Super League contest. Right, competition time. Details of last week's winner on the screen now, and another chance as we give you tickets for two. I'll see you next week.